everyone, it's Laynie and welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope you are having the best day ever. Really, I do. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, oh my goodness, thank you so much. You guys, today we are gonna play with some products. It has been a hot minute since I have done a full face of drugstore. It's honestly been a hot minute since I've really done a full face. You guys know, if you're not new here, mom life. It's really hard for me to get down here and really play and dive into some products, but I'm going to be doing a full face of drugstore and or affordable, and yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. Some of these will be totally first impressions, some of these are my tried and true, so if you want to see the products I'm using and how they work for me, then just keep watching. The first product is actually the one I'm the most excited for and what brought on this whole video. I had to go pick this up at my local CVS. It is the new Flower Supernova Celestial Priming Whip. That is a mouthful there, but I'm really excited about it. Yes, I did see this on Instagram and it caught my attention. So let's give it a good shake. Oh, wow. Oh, that's hard. Oh, okay. Ooh, look at that. It's like shaving cream. I never used their original Celestial, that is a hard word for me, Celestial like elixir. I don't know if it was a primer or if it was like a skincare thing. I'm not sure, but this one definitely made me go, okay, I want to try that. And what's funny is in person in the mirror here, it's giving me a little bit of something, but on camera I'm like, oh, I'm looking like the Tin Man. I'm not mad at it yet. Let's see how makeup goes over top. I'm super duper excited to try this out. I've had it in my stash forever. This is when you know you have too many products and you buy things because you're excited about them at the release, but then you never reach for them because you were trying to use up other things. That's me. This is the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream. I know I'm like way behind. Oh no. It's quite light. But thankfully I'm going with the cream bronzer today, so I think I can make this work. This is definitely my winter shade, so this is going back in the stash until I lose a little color. Let's go in with this one. I feel like this is one that does better with like a stippling motion. The color, okay, yeah, it's really light. It's real light. In person it doesn't look so bad, but it's light, but like in person it's not that bad, but on camera it's like, whoa, ghostly. And here's the thing that I hate about YouTube hype and why I never know what to believe. Because so many people get sponsored videos and free products and it can alter your opinion and everybody's skin's different. I'm in my 30s, you know, I've had kids, my skin type has changed. I know I look super pale, please ignore that. But everybody was comparing this to IT Cosmetics, and from my IT Cosmetics experience, this is nothing like it. IT Cosmetics is very like juicy on my skin. This is not juicy, this is extremely matte. It's actually quite heavy looking on my skin. Like on my forehead, it looks like scaly dry. And my skin is dry, but it's not that dry at all. I'm really more normal. It's not my favorite. I am going to go in with this Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer, and this is in the shade Mocha. I'm not a big cream bronzer person, but this is actually a really nice one for the drugstore. I'm just going to blend it out with the same brush that I used for the CC Cream. And let's hopefully bring some life back to the skin. I'm probably going to have to apply a whole lot more bronzer than I normally would because I'm looking super pale. Oh yeah, bring some color back into the face, please. I'm going to use this Milani Longwear Concealer. I've never used this. I've had this in my stash for a while. And I'm excited to give this a go because I've seen a lot of people use it. Oh my gosh, it won't open. Oh, there we go. I've seen a lot of people use it on YouTube and have like wonderful things to say about it. This is in the shade Nude Ivory. Ooh, there is some pigment in this concealer Am I the only one who feels like we just got to an extreme place with concealer on YouTube for a while? It was like, that's a lot of concealer. I don't think most of us really need that much concealer. I mean, I definitely need it in here, but I mean, it was a lot of concealer. So far, this concealer is blending out really nicely. It doesn't feel heavy. The coverage is nice. What is your favorite concealer? Because I will say I struggle to find like my favorite concealer ever. I kind of want to try that new Catrice one. But that does a nice job. And I like the tone of that concealer. It's light enough that it's a little bit brightening, but it's not like stark paper white like my foundation was. One thing I have been loving since having a baby is this Catrice Camouflage Cream Brightener. If you struggle with the blueness here in the inner corner, or like discoloration where you want like a little brightening effect on the lid, oh my gosh, this thing is my best friend. I use it every day. Even on the days I don't really wear any makeup, I still will apply just such a little tiny amount through here and just kind of tap it out. It melts right into the skin, and it really helps me look so much more bright and awake, which I really appreciate. Then one thing I'm obsessed with right now is taking a little bronzer. I usually do powder. Today I'm going to do cream, and I have been going around my lips, and I really do feel like this makes my lips look so much fuller. It looks goofy as heck when you first do it, but once you get everything all together, it makes such a difference. Okay, now, this is not new to my channel at all, but I'm obsessed with this powder. It is my favorite translucent powder. This is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear. I'm obsessed with this powder. Over the lid a little bit to kind of set whatever I put down in place. And then I just do the whole face. And I just love that this also has SPF in it. When you're bad about putting on SPF like I am, I have admitted that many times here, I'm terrible about it. But I always put powder on, so then I'm like, okay, I don't even have to think about it, it's done. I was going to go in with some of my infallible 24-hour Freshware Powder. I did get this in a deeper shade than my skin tone. This is in, what shade are you? Ivory Buff, and it's just like a little bit, just a little tiny bit darker than I am. So I thought, okay, for like a soft, like a very soft bronzer effect. I can tell I'm aging because I'm much more into the natural look than I used to be. And now we're going to talk about 3 ride or die products, you guys. These I have decided are my tried and true go-to, like I know I'm going to get results that I want and not break the bank, which are my favorite products now. For eyebrows, I'm obsessed with the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift. It's like $2. The e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel. Totally mind went blank there. And then that is eyeliner. If I would have put that on my eyebrows, that would have been a tragedy. The NYX Brow Marker. These are my favorite. So if I want more definition, I'll start with the pencil and kind of get the shape I want. See, I love this because I can really fill it in and make it like a boom in your face brow, or I can do kind of soft definition for $2. Seriously? But I absolutely love this brow gel because I've honestly been kind of more into like natural brows. Like I said, natural, who am I? But yes, this really does a good job. It has a decent hold, a good amount of pigment. And I don't fill in like from here in, usually with the brow pencil. I just use the gel. And then if I really am feeling extra, which a lot of days I'm not, this brow pen is so handy to have on hand because if I have a little sparse area where I want a little more fullness, I can go in with this and do those hair-like strokes. But a lot of days I do just a lot of brow gel. A lot of days, like I see where I have a little bit of a line left from the brow pencil, I just love that I can have a little spoolie, go in there, soften it up. Like super quick, super easy brows, for super affordable. Like, all three of these products together are like the cost of like one high-end brow product. I love it. Now this is the product I'm really intrigued by. This is the Flower Beauty, it was like called a watercolor eye tint. And this is in the shade Stellar Wash. Kind of a weird name. But this totally intrigued me. I don't know, there's something about it. The color's just so pretty and like galaxy-like. Ooh. That's pretty. Sometimes though, do you ever get like liquid eye products and you're not quite sure the best way to apply them? I'm like, do I use a brush? Do I use my finger? Do I apply a lot? Do I apply a light coat? Patting it out with the finger makes it like extremely not pigmented. I'm like talking like really more, reminds you of like the glossy lid trend. This is a major flop for me, you guys. I'm like not a fan of that at all. I'm gonna see if it'll dry because it still feels wet. Yeah, that's a nope. Okay, that's gonna get returned. That's terrible. Now this is a drugstore product. I do like the e.l.f. glitters are amazing. So I'm gonna just put that over top and try to like make it work a little bit. I will say that CC Cream doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot for my forehead wrinkles. Like, it's not going into them terribly, but it's definitely like not hiding my forehead wrinkles, which is not my favorite. It actually looks pretty on the cheeks with the powder over top, and on camera I feel like it looks better than it does in person. It just looks a little heavy on my skin so far compared to what I was expecting with it being a CC cream. Gonna go in with my tried and true e.l.f. blush. If you have not tried their primer infused blushes, you are missing out. These are fantastic and they're so affordable. And for highlight, I cannot rave about this rose gold highlight enough by e.l.f. To me, this is the smoothest blend highlighter ever. If you are like me and you have textured skin, pores, but you want like a pretty highlight but looks so smooth, this is just fantastic. And it's not like a super blingy highlighter. You know, it's not like you're gonna see yourself from Mars, but it just looks so pretty on the skin. It sits so well, it blends out so easily, and I just mix the two sides together. I just love it. It like wears well on top of my blush. It looks pretty on the high points of the face. Like, it's just perfect for my skin tone, I feel like, and I just love the formula. I have a couple new products still to try out, which I'm excited about. I think I will do the lips next. I was walking through CVS and this color just caught my eye. This was by the brand Black Radiance, which I've never tried anything by them. The shape of this lipstick tube totally made me think of like Hourglass, like high end. This is in the shade Slay Queen, and I just thought this color was beautiful, especially for like fall basically being here. It doesn't feel like it, but since it's here, I was like, I love this. I'm gonna go in with my Colourpop lip liner in, I think it's just Curvii, but I think these colors should look decent together. The formula is not as creamy as I expected. I don't know why. In the tube it looked kind of creamy. It feels fairly matte. I like love that color. Oh my gosh, it's just like such a pretty, like kind of peachy, kind of terracotta, like nude but bold all at the same time. That lip screams fall and I'm not upset about it at all. The next brand new product is a Joa Line Up liquid eyeliner, waterproof, and this is a brush applicator. Now if you're not new here, you know I struggle to find an eyeliner that works well for me. I just hate to spend high-end prices on eyeliner because I do feel like you have to trade them out so quickly, but I just have hooded eyes, I have a watery eye, and nothing likes to stay put. So I have high hopes for this. I'm hopeful. Joa, don't fail me now. So far for drugstore, my Physicians formula is better than this. It's just, it looks dry, like it doesn't look pigmented on my lid right now. I'm gonna go over top with my Physicians Formula. If you're looking for a drugstore eyeliner, the best one I have found is the Physicians Formula. Joa, sorry, no. It's a no for me. It's definitely no. I did pick up, this is not technically drugstore, but it's affordable. It is the Watermelon Facial Mist Refresh and Hydrate from Trader Joe's. I'm a big Trader Joe's fan. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. And I do feel like my skin needs a little dew. It needs a little life. Ooh, okay, yes, 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 Trader Joe's. That was just what I needed. The last brand new product I have here is this e.l.f. Lash It Out Loud. And I've kind of heard mixed reviews. I've heard some people love it, some people don't love it. I like a bold lash. Like, my lashes need some oomph. I like the length, but I really like thickening. I like that. Now, you're not going to get thickness from this at all, but I definitely feel like I'm getting good separation, good length. It's kind of giving me that like wispy fake lash effect, which I do like. I could go for a little bit more clump in there. I like a little clump. But sometimes mascara, you kind of have to let it sit and dry out just a little bit for it to really give you that. So maybe the longer I have it, the better it'll be. Alright, this is the finished face here. I'm really happy with the majority of these products. I feel like we found a few hits, a couple misses. Honestly, I do feel like I see that Radiance kind of peeking through the foundation because of the Flower Beauty primer. Like, it's just giving a little bit of like a reflection of light that I definitely think is from the primer, because the CC cream is honestly a lot more matte than I was expecting. I don't hate it. It is very full coverage, but I just wish it was a little prettier on the skin, a little less heavy and a little more glowy. But I feel like it's one I can mix in with some of my more like dewy products and kind of tame them down a little bit. The Joa eyeliner and the Flower Beauty watercolor eyeshadow are an absolute miss for me, but overall I'm happy with how things turned out, and more importantly, I had so much fun hanging out with you guys. So thank you so much for being here, and as always, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Why do you feel miss me right?